How do you innovate? We're going to simplify it by focusing on two main elements. One is looking at your uniqueness, identifying what makes you unique, what makes you different. So usually, and I'm going to talk about these aspects that you could see either from your own perspective as individuals or as organizations, as in your businesses. So look at your passion. What are the things that you're passionate about? What are the things that your company is passionate about? What makes you, work hard, enjoy what you're doing? What are the things that really make you feel you're at your top performance? Look at that, analyze it, and identify those areas. Then also look at what is your unique experience. What have you done before? Where have you been? Where have you lived? Who have you interacted with? What makes you different and unique from your experiences perspective? Then look at what clients tell you. All of you are interacting with clients on a daily basis. So make sure you really listen carefully to what they advise. What would they like to see you do? What would they like to see you provide to them? Ask them. And even today, using social media, this has become a really easy thing to do. To ask your clients to give you some feedback. And then, what are competitors missing out on? What are you seeing in the competition? What are the things that you feel others haven't noticed that you can fill in this gap? And what else? Really observe all of the elements that make up your business. Look at the skill sets of your teams. Look at the various projects that have you've really shined with and have made you stand out in the market. So look at all of these things that make you unique. And everyone has something that is different. No two people and no two companies are the same. So this unique element is going to be really different from one person to the other. So maybe you're not all in touch with the clients all the time, but as a business you are. As a business you are in touch with clients, and you need to engage as much as possible all of the teams to gather your input. So you've got sales teams, you've got, depending on your business, possibly delivery teams that are interacting with your clients. So going back to the question, how do we innovate? So you've got first your uniqueness. The second thing we want to look at is what are the trends that are taking place. The other thing that you find a lot in the developing markets, all across Middle East and Africa and a lot of the other emerging markets, you'll find that there's a big demographic shift happening where a large percentage of the population are youth. This is a huge aspect from a demographic perspective. You could find in Africa, on the economic level, Africa is the emerging continent, especially in this year and the coming years. So you find that there's a lot of interest in Africa from international companies, and that's having a huge impact on business over there. A lot of businesses are investing there. So there are a lot of trends taking place. Now, for you need to look at these trends and try to identify which trends are closest to the aspects that you're working on. And the more you can amplify one trend with the other, the bigger the impact will be. So if you're working on a project that addresses the youth through mobile and tablets to be able to have a say in politics and possibly find a job, something like that, it would be so much in line with the trend that your chances of success would be really high. On the other hand, anything that you're working with that is in line with a trend, the rate of growth will be much higher than others that are in stagnant kind of situations. So if you've got a 10% market share of a growing business or a growing market, that 10% will be growing by nature of that, just riding that wave. Whereas if you've got 10% of a market that is stagnant or is declining, the only way is to basically, you're going to be losing market share, you're going to have a lot of competition, and it's going to be very tough. So these are the trends, and the way that you innovate is by finding this intersection between the two, between your unique experiences and with the trends that are shaping your surroundings. And this is where you can find that this innovation, the intersection between the two, is unique, because it makes use of your unique experience. So even though a lot of businesses come and say, well, I don't want to talk about my innovation because someone could steal it, someone could, I don't want to expose it too much. Really, the innovation that you're working on, if it makes sense of your unique experience, if it builds on your unique experience, it's going to be very hard for others to come in and copy it. So, look at this intersection between these two aspects, and that's where you'll find your best chances of success and innovation. So here's an example of a product innovation. So you can see, I don't know if you've read about it or seen it, but Nike has come up with a new way to make sports shoes where they build the whole shoe from strings. Instead of going like in the past where they had different components that they would stitch together, now they create automatically the whole shoe from this one roll of string. And it results in really great lightweight shoe. It results in sturdier design. And you could find companies like Nike continuously coming up with a different kind of innovation. And every time you think that they've reached the end, they come up with yet another set of innovations that keeps all of their clients eager, to stay associated with the brand, eager to pay extra money for their products.